2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brook. We are...
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Green. Howard is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Simmons. And it's Curry in at the 2 spot. And for the Nets, Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Harden outside. The dish to Irving. Curry was a nice D.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Outside for Simmons. And here's Harris from the arc. James Harden with the rebound. The Nets still looking like they're getting going. It's a 5-point game. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving drives in, and the shot goes down.
You know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Simmons inside the line. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Curry's got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Harden. Step back shot. First basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And, you know, sometimes you feel like every single jumper Harden takes is going in, especially from that in-between area.
Here's Simmons. Tries again. And he drops it in from the low post.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Now here's Harden. Outside, Green. Back to Harden. Jordan at the elbow. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the court.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain phase. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. A nice shot by Irving. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And good that time. Irving's got 10 points.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Hilton the pass to Scott. Rebound, Brooklyn. It's stolen by Milton. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course,
giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Scott is out there with Korkmaz. Then it's Shake Milton. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Thybulle. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Milton. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing by 4. Knocked away. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. The 76ers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And here's Maxey. The feed to Scott. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Now Thybulle. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Scott. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 4. Outside Griffin. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. It's good. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the 76ers, Tobias Harris comes in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. Now, here's Scott. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And so here is Philadelphia. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out. You really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Claxton. It's blocked. Korkmaz passes to Scott. Outside for Simmons. score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint.
Oh,
my
great.
goodness! That was special. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And Simmons slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Harden the pass to Claxton. Chalk up 2 there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Harden. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Harris.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
The 76ers making a switch here. Howard's checked in for Scott. Green comes in for Korkmaz. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Seth Curry in for Ben Simmons. And stolen by Jordan. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
We know DeAndre Jordan is a shot blocker, but that time, he got out and got a steal on the defensive end.
35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Curry. Another miss by Philadelphia. Nets leading by 5. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And Harden on the follow.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter. Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
And that. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And a little... And that'll about...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Johnson. He's out there with Irving. Joe Harris is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Perry in at the 4 slot. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons against Irving. Johnson outside. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The slash ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive, cutting mentality.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. He does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Pass to Green. Left side, Harris. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning. Oh!
My goodness.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Now, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind him taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Curry finds Simmons. Back to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Over Irving. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in. Jordan, they kick it out to Green. Harden right side. Back to Green. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harris's shot is off.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jordan. And it's Griffin in for Harris. And then for Philadelphia, Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. And it's denied. And he's able to get it back.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 4. Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
Stolen by Harden and stolen by Howard. Thybulle, the pass to Maxey. Back to Thybulle. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Passes it to Korkmaz. Here's Howard. Makes it off the glass. Howard's got 7 points in the game.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
35 seconds left to play in the third. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Harden with it. Lobbed up there for Green, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Shake Milton is out there with Maxey. Then there's Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the fourth. On the wing, Milton. He's covered by Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Second chance shot. Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And Griffin slams it in.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
Harden outside. There's the pass to Green. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Milton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Then for the 76ers, Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. Here's Simmons. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Harden, and he gets the bucket. Harden's got 19 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Right side Curry. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There are not many better on the offensive glass than Howard. He's a flat-out beast, especially if you don't box him out.
Harden against Green. And stolen by Howard. Here's Simmons. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Simmons got the game tied up here for the 76ers. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Philadelphia?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Out to Harris. Simmons inside. He's covered by Irving. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Jordan with the rebound. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Blake Griffin. Harden, that's good. And it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
And it's Harris off the drive. It's Howard, top of the key. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Tell you what, if you're pulling for Ben Simmons, it's great whenever he takes over a possession like that. Killer instinct for sure.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his third foul of the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
And here's Harris from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving for three. They get it again. Harris. Irving dishes to Harris. Back to Irving. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Do not expect anything less from Irving. A clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Hey, when the game is tight and snug, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to do so.
Harden kicks to Irving. Pass to Claxton. Howard with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Curry leading the charge. No good from outside.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's up a three. The rebound by Harden. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Here's Simmons. Here's Howard. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It will. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
An overhead look at downtown Philadelphia. That's the side of our broadcast. And let's go.
Hey, Kevin, with the Sixers
growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard position. And for the 76ers, Howard is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Green. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Curry in at the shooting guard. Now, here's Collins. 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Young's shot is off. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Now here's Simmons. Curry looking around. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
And just an amazing shot fake there from Howard, effectively bringing the defender off the ground and just going right into the contact.
And so Howard nails both of them. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Basket good.
That's next level vision. Young could probably lead the league in assists if that were his goal.
Now here's Simmons. Harris outside. Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here is Young. Down low. Capella with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Capella kicks to Young. Fires the three. That one's not going to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They kick it out to Green. Outside, Simmons. Howard, the pass to Simmons. They kick it out to Green. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. It's picked off. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Young, good.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Yep, that one goes. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Nice floater from Tobias. Has excellent feel and touch around the basket.
Young with no one around. Misses the three. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Curry kicks to Green. Feeds to Howard. Outside for Simmons. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Here's Williams. And the layup's good off the glass.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
And here's Maxey. To the middle. Okongwu grabs the board.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now, here's Scott. Here's Maxey. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Snell. Back to Williams. Gallinari against Harris. From close range, that one wide left.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Maxey. Off target from the wing. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Hawks on top, leading by just 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Bogdanovich out there with Gallinari. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Williams at the one. Here's Williams. It's good.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Scott with the ball. Here's Milton. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Back to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The experience of Williams coming through there. Catches the defender slightly out of position.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now, here's Maxey. Not a lot of room.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Williams kicks to Snell. To the paint. Okongwu with it, working on Howard. Snell, no good.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Thibault can't get it to go.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Snell, and that one is stuffed right through.
Because he's so good at shooting it and driving it, defenses overplay Lou, leaving other guys free.
Korkmaz passes to Scott. And he lays it straight in. And the 76ers lead by 1.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Williams looking over the floor. Here's Gallinari. Count that one. Gallinari's got his first basket.
Against physical D, Gallinari with the improved strength and body control to finish.
76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Korkmaz kicks to Scott. Back to Korkmaz. Passes it to Thibault. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Williams' shot is off. Now the 76ers on the break, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Danny Green, he's checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. Curry comes in for Matisse Thibault, and it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Hunter with it, working on Green. Here's Capella. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another miss by Philadelphia. And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game. Tobias Harris has checked in for Scott. For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
And Kevin Huerter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
Outside, Green. Simmons against Collins. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Pass to Herter. Young against Simmons. Misses off the right iron. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
The veteran presence of Danny Green, keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Young taking his time here. And it's blocked by Simmons. They get it back. And it's Capella missing. Harris up top. No good on the last second attempt there. It's all tied in Philadelphia. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period. And that should...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
They've got Curry. Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Howard. And it's Simmons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Shot by Collins, no good. The 76ers shooting at 50% in a decent group. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Young passes to Capella. He dishes it to Collins. Jacks up a 3. Green with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Tobias Harris. Simmons got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Young outside from deep three-point range. Rebound by the 76ers. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the pass to Herter. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Keeping that dribble alive, Herter does a good job of picking his way through the defense.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Now Simmons, he's got 11. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
It's Collins with the drive. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, credit Herter. Recognizes where the help is coming from, finds the open man.
We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Here's Simmons. He's got 13. Harris dishes to Howard. Harris against Young. Harris, no good. The Hawks trail by 7. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Harris outside. Another three for Philadelphia.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Young left side.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Collins against Simmons. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Herter. Off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. 76ers lead by 8. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Gallinari is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Williams. Then there's Hunter. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2 spot. Capella goes in. And the dunk by Capella.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Pass to Milton. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Back to Harris. Passes it to Maxey. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And the 76ers lead by 8.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Gallinari down low. Shoots. And the jumper from down low is good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Now here's Simmons. Offensive rebound. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Milton. And stolen by Hunter. One-on-one here. Here's Capella. And they pick up 2. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
It's been that way all night. Each team just trying to outscore the other.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. Green comes in for Maxey. And Curry subbed in for Shake Milton. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And here is Williams. The pass to Bogdanovich. Launches a three. The shot misses. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
The Hawks trail by 8. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Williams. But he stays with it. Pass to Snell for the 3. And the rebound goes to Howard.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Curry kicks to Green. Simmons with it. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Hawks making a change here. Fernando's checked in. Simmons passes to Harris. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's Simmons. Tips it up. And Howard with the second chance point. And now it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
And Howard always one of the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. He said he just wants them to play faster. It feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
Outside Curry. Fires from deep. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Young. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got 6 rebounds in the game. Passes to Curry. And 1:01 left in the game. Back to Simmons. The 9-foot shot. And it's good, 2 points.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the 76ers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Back to Curry. Takes the 3. Doesn't go that time. And so he'll bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 10-point game. Fernando, that's good.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Pass to Green. It's stolen by Hill. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
So the 76ers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Griffin is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Luwawu in at the 2 spot. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Hawks with possession here, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Here's Griffin. Hunter grabs the miss. And Young, here we go. 2 points. That one goes.
Such a precise player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Harden. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And here's Young. Passes it to Collins. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the inside. Kicks it out to Harden. The pass to Jordan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Luwawu, and the rejection by Collins.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Harden. Good defensive work there by Young. The Hawks leading by 6. Collins passes to Capella. And good that time.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Harden, and no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Young from outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden surveying the D. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Joe Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Here's Snell. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Brown. It's Harden with the drive. He gets that one. Harden's got 7 points.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Here's Snell. He's covered by Brown. Snell, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now, here is Harden. He has 7. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Here's Williams. Up again. It's hauled in by Claxton. And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
The Hawks leading by 5. Bogdanovich out there with Williams. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Fernando in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Great positioning on the putback.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Outside Irving. Shot from 12. Good as the jump shot falls. Irving's got his first points in this one.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Williams passes to Fernando.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
Nets trail by 7. Outside Griffin. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Throws it up high. Williams dishes to Bogdanovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Bogdanovich being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him, and drew the contact.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. The kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got 6.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Out to Gallinari. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 5.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
And you think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
Here is Williams following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Fernando and stolen by Aldridge. Irving with it. Williams picks him up. Out to Harris from downtown. Offensive rebound. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Poke loose, so it's Atlanta now. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Okongwu. It's tipped. Here's Fernando. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries. Nets trail by 5. Outside Irving. To the left side wing. 1:29 left now here in the second. And yes, it's good.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Williams against Irving. Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. And the pass to Okongwu. Out to Gallinari. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dishes to Irving. Pass to Griffin. Irving against Gallinari. No good from Irving.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Fernando. Gallinari passes to Bogdanovich. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 5.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Outside Irving. Teardrop shot. Good on the shot. Irving's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, Kyrie has so many layers to what he can do to you offensively. Loves pulling out the soft and delicate floater.
Williams passes to Gallinari. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks ahead, leading by 3. It's time now to go courtside. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. And this Hawks team still learning on the fly. Hawks learning on the fly. Hawks learning on the fly. Because that's what it is. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the 3rd. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Luwawu. He's out there with Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. And it's Perry in at the power forward position.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Harden outside. It's deflected.
How about that? That's a big boost defensively if Herter can get in there and block shots and intimidate in some way.
Collins wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. Nets trail by 5.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Young against Harden. Good. Young's got 6 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Harden finds Harris. From deep. But they get it back.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Young from outside. No good. Shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Atlanta leading by 3. Here's Young. He has 6. And that one, good. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden with it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Herter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Young. And they call the foul, so a chance at the... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The dish to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. 3-pointer. A rebound by Young.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
He gets it in there. Collins has got his second basket of the night.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
Here's Harden. Off target at the rim.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Young dishes to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Harden kicks to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Hawks. Herter's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Young against Brown to end the run. Pass to Griffin. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Aldridge kicks to Brown. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Young pass to Bogdanovich. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Got a piece of it, and Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Lou Williams is checked in for the Hawks. Irving's checked in for the Nets. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Lou Williams and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team. Someone the younger guys look up to. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
The 3. No good on the shot. And so it's Atlanta going into the break with a 10-point lead. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So it's Brooklyn now. It's a 10-point game. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point. So that's the Hawks 5. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and here we go with Collins. Nobody back. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. First free throw is good.
Kevin Herter's favorite player growing up was Dwayne Wade, and that's why he wears the number 3.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Now Young. Passes it to Herter. Launches a 3. Drills it from outside. Herter's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
Well, that's who Herter is outside on the perimeter, a confident long-range shooter.
Here's Irving. Yep, that one goes in there.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Young. And there's the pass to Herter. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Capella. Over Jordan. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Young passes to Capella, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brooklyn making some changes. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Luwawu subbed in for Irving. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 10. It's Jordan on the wing. Here's Harden. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
We have a lot of great jumpers in the league, but DJ makes a statement every time. Elbows above the rim that time.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Irving's checked in for the Nets. Atlanta calls timeout.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins. Tony Snell's checked in for Hunter. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for James Harden. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. And the wide open shot from Green. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, they're getting stops. And they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
The kick out to Williams. Dishes it to Okongwu. Back to Williams.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And he commits the intentional foul. James Harden. He's checked in for Harris. Harden the pass to Claxton. And stolen by Okongwu. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter. Williams looking over the floor to end the cold streak. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up on Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
Now here's Harden. Defense right on him. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the fourth. And here's Bogdanovich. Over Green. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time he hits it.
Inside, there's Williams, and Jordan sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. 54 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Collins from outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
It's Jordan on the wing. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And the sheer size of Jordan is just so tough for defenders sometimes to deal with. Skilled at picking up the foul there.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
And it's the Hawks' ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Young against Irving. Got it!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Young with the steal. Capella against Jordan. Now, here is Young. Drains the three-pointer. And now a 7-point Hawks lead.
This guy makes those kind of shots just look so easy.
And it's Green missing. And so the Hawks take the win. They didn't. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Hustling Philadelphia. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Green, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, they've got Simmons. Green is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Howard. And it's Curry in at the 2 guard. Just 5 to shoot. Green inside the 3-point line. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Curry with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running. Out to Harris. Howard, the pass to Harris. Howard dishes to Curry. Over Irving. They get it back. It's another look. And Howard with the lay-in.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
Harden scanning the floor. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And it's Green with the jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Simmons. Outside for Curry. Back to Green. Over Harris. Rejected by Harris. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Irving. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here is Harris. Back to Harden. The 9-foot shot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Quick and strong and determined. Harden has it all when it comes to scoring in the paint. And last season we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
Outside Curry. Back to Simmons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Harris. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Harris has got 6 points.
Stopped in on a dime. Harris knocks it down. The pull-up. Another shot in his arsenal.
Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Simmons with it. On the wing, Harris. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Now, here is Harden. He's covered closely, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
I mean, look, every year Harris looks more confident. He goes through stretches where he can dominate.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Johnson, the pass to Harden. They can't stop the run with that one. The 76ers leading by 8. Here's Harris. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Green finds Harden. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Scott pulls it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Tries again. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got his second bucket of the night.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Philadelphia 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
They've got Korkmaz, Matisse Thybulle's out there with Maxey. Then there's Harris. And it's Scott in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Now, here's Maxey. Defense right on him. Offensive rebound. Howard kicks to Scott. A second chance effort. The 76ers with another miss.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Irving looking for an opening. Hangs home the trifecta. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such a smooth operator. I mean, Irving knows he has the green light to let it fly from deep.
Pass to Korkmaz and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Plays it in off the breakaway. Irving's got 7 points.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Seth Curry comes in for Maxey. And the Nets also making a change. Griffin's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Nets trail by 3. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Irving. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Curry finds Thibault. And that one is hammered home.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Claxton, and it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the most feared rim protectors in the league.
Yes, that goes in. Now it's a 5-point Philadelphia lead.
Aggressive pass on the break, straight up the court so he can get all the way to the bucket.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Green. Another shot. A nice shot by Howard. And the 76ers lead by 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Irving. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Howard. Here's Thibault. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Irving misses.
Playing him tough inside air, preventing the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
Howard, the pass to Thibault. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Another miss by Irving.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Some changes for Philadelphia. Harris is checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him. Simmons checked in for Curry. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Irving. Simmons against Harden. In the corner, it's Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
He's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Pass to Howard. Back to Simmons. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Howard dishes to Simmons. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game 3. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And that's just tremendous dribbling from Harden. I mean, he has the ball on the string, the handles, weaving around any defender in his way.
Here's Simmons. He's got 8. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 10 points.
With tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
And so it's the Philadelphia 7.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. And this talented 76ers team, they are loaded in their starting five. Check. And
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And Simmons really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
So for Brooklyn now, Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low.
That's just the sheer strength of Simmons. You want to try to tie him down? He's going to fight hard for every bucket.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights. You know, when it's clear Simmons is a unique player, he's 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from James Harden. Philadelphia's shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. The drive by Simmons. Green passes to Simmons. He feeds it to Howard. Outside for Simmons. Curry fires from way outside. The 76ers with another miss. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. And here is Irving. He's got 9. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. And Maxi's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Curry against Irving. Harris outside. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Here's Irving. Got a hand on it. And now the 76ers on the break. And now we've got the intentional foul. The 76ers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
He's almost obsessed with drawing contact and getting to the line, and Harden has an endless number of ways to do it.
And both free throws good for James Harden. So it's Philadelphia now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Maxey. And it goes down 2 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the time.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Maxey. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Milton kicks to Harris. Passes it to Maxey. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Goes back up and stolen by Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. Towns got the ball.
Oh, and Harden is just ferocious with his dunk, just ramming it in the defense's face.
The 76ers leading by 11. Now, here's Maxey. Harris outside. Shoots the 3. Maxey passes to Harris. Good. Nice job down low. Harris has got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Griffin with it. Picked up by Harris. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And what an athlete this guy is. Griffin making dunking look so easy.
Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Harden. Here's Harris. It's hauled in by Brown.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Harden, no good. And here we go. Here's Korkmaz. Lays it up and banks it in. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, Curry is out there with Simmons. Then there's Howard. And it's Green, and it's Harris in at the 4 spot. There's the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
There you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
demonstrating how fast he is. Simmons enjoys going up to hammer home that alley-oop.
Harden outside. That one doesn't drop. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Simmons working it over. Kicks to Howard. 5 on the clock. Stolen away. Jordan finds Irving. From about 16. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
So smooth in everything he does. Irving will score the ball from anywhere.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Harris outside. Oh, the lob for Simmons.
Give him another. But Simmons is terrific tonight. He's figuring out ways to light it up.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Off target from outside.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities. No, his offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Now Curry. Over in the corner, Green. And Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Pass to Howard. To the inside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Outside for Simmons. Knocked loose. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. In the corner, Irving with it. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
I like how Irving fills the defense out. He's sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Simmons with it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, he's a real menace underneath. Once Simmons gets established position, you basically have to whack him.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Nets trail by 10. Here's Johnson to the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Harris.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Philadelphia.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Pass to Griffin. Over to the wing. Luwawu. And it's off from three-point range. Green finds Harris. On its way from Curry for 2. The 76ers again can't hit it. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And as they...
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's Howard. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the back. Okongwu is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Collins in at the 3. Young drives in, and that one drops.
Solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he sees it.
Here's Simmons. Harris outside. Over Okongwu. That one off the back iron and out.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And stolen by Simmons. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Simmons passes to Curry. Outside, Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And, you know, this is the area where Simmons is most effective, mainly due to his size and athleticism.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
Here's Young after Ben Simmons' bucket. And the wing jumper offline. Capella finds Young. Takes the 3. Another miss by Young. The 76ers are gone. 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harris outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the 76ers. Deflects the pass. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Capella, and we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Gallinari comes in for Okongwu, and it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Herter. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Milton's checked in.
Well, I love watching Simmons run the floor, so effortless and efficient in his movement.
Young against Simmons. And Young kicks to Gallinari. Now the pass to Capella. That shot off the mark. And Philadelphia the other way now. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Capella. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Collins. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to, when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Eibel's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. There's 53 seconds left in the first. Williams looking around. Bogdanovich up top. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The 76ers leading. Now, here's Maxey. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The 76ers again can't hit it. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Williams gets the bucket.
Going right at that defender. Williams plays off contact, manages to keep control. Count it up. Cash money.
And that one's good. Maxey. Here's Fernando. That shot off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. 76ers on. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle's out there with Maxey. Then it's Mike Scott. Then there's Harris. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3 slot.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And here's Maxey. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Williams. Kicks to Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. John Collins comes in for Hunter. Young is subbed in for Williams. Then for the 76ers, Howard's checked in for Harris. And Curry subbed in for Maxey. Curry wide open. And the 3 off target. Atlanta's shooting at 50% in a decent group. Okongwu's shot is good. Okongwu's now got his first bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Scott. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. That 3 off the mark. The Hawks leading, and here's the fast break. Here's Capella. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
The Hawks have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Young with the ball. Pass to Capella. The kick out to Young. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the 76ers with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Shake Milton comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Ben Simmons in for Matisse Thybulle. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Love the connection Simmons has with his teammates. I mean, once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Here's Young. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Curry passes to Howard. They get a hand on it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young with no one around. No good on the triple. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter. Shooting. Oh, that was terrific.
My goodness. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Green deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Simmons. Over Collins. Rebound, Atlanta. The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Maxey's checked in for the 76ers. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And then Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control even when facing physical contact.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Yeah, and you know, for Simmons to be so young, he has a great basketball IQ, and he plays to his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
And a close game so far through the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Williams. Gallinari is out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. So that's the Hawks 5. Back to Simmons. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
The shot by Curry. Kept alive. Pass to Harris. Down low. Here's Howard. Not going to go that time.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Nobody near Williams. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball. Here's Snell, guarded by Harris. Snell, no good.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Green. Outside Curry. From deep. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Snell, the pass to Okongwu. And it's sent back by Howard.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Bogdanovich wide open. The Hawks again can't hit.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
To the paint. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
Outside Williams. Pass to Okongwu. Gallinari surveying the D. To the inside. To end the drought. And there's the nice layup by Okongwu.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide open look.
For 3, Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. Thybulle kicks to Howard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
Outside Williams. Atlanta again missing. Now the 76ers with it. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
Nick Clark, how about the 20th pick back in that 2019 draft? Matisse Thybulle. Fantastic defensive specialist who has an evolving offensive presence as well.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. His defense is really outstanding and NBA ready from the day he got into the league. He'll improve on offense. You know that. He'll work at it, and he'll get better. I think he has tremendous instincts on and off the ball. Great length and speed and athleticism. He's a terror defensively.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Okongwu comes in for Gallinari. John Collins, he's checked in for Hunter. And Trae Young subbed in for Williams. Philadelphia also making some changes. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. Young looking around. It's good. Young's got 13.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. It's hard to close off the lane.
Now, here's Maxey, defended by Young. Capella against Howard. The shot's good. Howard's got the lead back up to 9 now for the 76ers.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The kick out to Young. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
The 76ers leading by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Maxey. And that one is good. Maxey's got his second basket.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Young outside. Count the basket. He's got 18.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers on top, up by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Shake Milton. Green is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Maxey. And it's Howard in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Harris, and Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
And the 76ers making a change here. Curry's checked in. Young from outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
6 on the shot clock. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
Young outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Curry passes it to Howard. Back to Curry. Goes up the baseline. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Herder passes to Young. Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Molinari, he's checked in for Okongwu. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Young from outside. Here's Collins. Here's Herder. Nailed from three-point land.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Harris outside. Outside for Simmons. Molinari with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Herder. And he could not get... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without foul. Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Outside, Green. The pass to Howard. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game, and now they decide to foul intentionally. Young against Curry. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Young.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Here's Simmons. No good, unable to end this run. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. Young for 3, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Tell you what, if you're pulling for Ben Simmons, it's great whenever he takes over a possession like that. Killer instinct for sure.
Here's Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Connects from 3-point range.
Guys, this is why they go to Harris. They know he's going to find a way to come up clutch. Count it.
Capella inside, working on Howard. The kick out to Young. 6 to shoot. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Green. Back to Simmons. That shot is off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
So it's Philadelphia now. 3-point lead. When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
Young passes to Capella. Curry with the steal. It's stolen by Capella. Gallinari wide open, off target. So the 76ers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So it's the NBA on 2K. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, they've got Luwawu. Griffin is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. Young, no good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Harris kicks to Griffin. Collins against Irving. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal. You know, when healthy, Blake Griffin is still a force. He's an athletic, multifaceted big man.
Young with the ball. Pass to Collins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Irving. Harris outside. Back to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the bucket.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
And so just over a minute and a half played. A nice shot by Young.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Irving. Harris passes to Luwawu. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Griffin. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And the shot goes in. And that ties it up.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Passes it to Jordan. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Tony Snell comes in for Hunter.
And that's vintage Kyrie. He has the blow-by speed to get past defenders off the dribble.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Williams gets the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Irving. Following the score by Lou Williams. Irving drives in. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now, here's Okongwu. Williams inside, covered by Irving. Okongwu. Green with the block. Irving against Williams. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to... And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And James Harden has subbed in for Brown.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Now here's Williams. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And the jam by Harden.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Outside Williams. Pass to Okongwu. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Here's Williams. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
Harden outside. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Williams.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now Williams. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. 3 seconds left. Here's Okongwu. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Collins. Young is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Young outside. And he banks in the layup. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Harden scanning the floor. The pass to Gioza. Here's Luwawu. And he slams it one-handed.
But he just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Young. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Luwawu. Harden. Gallinari with the rebound. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Young with the ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 6.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Harden way outside. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Bogdanovich. Drops in the layup for 2. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the game.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Here's Harden on the wing. Pass to Chioza. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Young, no good. Ball's knocked loose. Gallinari with the steal. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Now here's Irving. 8 points for him. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And here we go. Hawks running again. Here's Collins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Because he's played a lot of undersized 5, Collins has learned exactly how to get you in the air with that pump fake.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Williams is checked in. Now here is Irving. From deep. Hunter grabs the miss.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has the chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
Here's Huerter. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving for 3. Huerter, no good. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Passes to Irving. Fires the 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Blake Griffin in for Green. Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Now here's Brown. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
Young outside. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. In the corner, it's Capella. This is to Collins. Shoots over Griffin. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so Brown will bring it up for Brooklyn. 4-point game.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And a wide open look for Irving. Off target from 3-point range.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
And a deep 3 from Young. And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, what a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. He was up. And that should do it with the...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Harden out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Irving, good.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
Now, here is Young. Kicks it to Capella. It's Young on the wing, covered by Irving. Young, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Harden outside. Outside Irving. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's the 3. Jordan. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now an 11-point Nets lead.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
In the corner, it's Hunter. He feeds it to Capella. Over Jordan. And it's Capella missing.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Irving looking over the floor, but they recover it. For the 3. That one's not going to go.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Johnson, he's checked in for Irving. Then for the Hawks, Alinari, he's checked in for Okongwu. Tony Snell comes in for Hunter. Lou Williams is subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Johnson outside. Pass to Claxton. Back to Johnson. Outside for Jordan. Nets passing it around. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
In the corner, Snell with it. Puts up a 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Nets leading by 11. Here's Luwawu. No good on the 3. The Hawks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Alinari finds Snell. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn with the ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Harris subbed in for Tyler Johnson. And a change for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Clint Capella.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
Atlanta calls timeout.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
So for the Hawks, John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Young. Here's Williams, and the shot is good. Williams has got 6. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Now here is Harris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bogdanovich against Harden. The shot, no good. Good D by Bogdanovich. Williams finds Collins. Back to Williams. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. A rebound by the Nets.
He'd like to have that one back. That's easy money.
Harris outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And he gets it to go.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
The deep 3 from Harden. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Brooklyn with a 14-point lead as we bring. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The Hawks trail by 14. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got John Collins. Bogdanovich out there with Hunter. Then it's Williams. And it's Herter in at the 2 guard. Clock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Timeout called the Nets. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Williams scanning the floor. Hunter kicks to Williams. Fires the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks making a change here. Capella's checked in. Johnson dishes to Griffin. Back to Johnson. Right side, Jordan. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
When you are dealing with DeAndre, you just have to wrap him up sometimes and hope he misses, because he is one of the most powerful players in the league.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Williams. And here's Young. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And Griffin sends it back.
I love the defensive intensity from Blake Griffin on that play.
Johnson with it. In the corner, Irving with it. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Young drives in, and it's in there.
He has adapted a way to use his body to shield defenders that's bigger than him. Trae Young finishing through contact.
Johnson outside, and there's the pass to Griffin. Jordan against Capella. Stolen by Collins. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Hunter, no one around him, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
I love Hunter's athleticism and versatility as a finisher in transition.
Harris looking it over. He kicks to Griffin. Back to Harris. From deep. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Collins wide open. He fires. They get it back. A shot. No good. Brooklyn leading by 17. On the wing, Johnson. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Hawks trail by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Brooklyn.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Capella. Hill comes in for Hunter. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Goodwin subbed in for Young. Here's Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
Hawks foul call.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Onyeka Okongwu.
41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Okongwu's shot is good.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And so they foul intentionally.
Give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And the first one drops.
At the line for 2.
And so he hits both. Here's Young. Lays it up off the glass.
With that tight handle, Trae Young can get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for James Harden. Here's Young. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Harden, no good. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Guys, what do you think?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.